Okay, so here's a sound test on the camera itself. So picking up my voice.
Now this is where the camera sticks out from others. Look, completely pitch black outside. I'll go onto my phone. It's like daylight. About 102 decibels on there, so really loud. I've not really seen a camera this small giving off such a loud siren before. Hi guys, today we're unboxing and setting up an outdoor smart Wi-Fi camera. So this particular one's from Ezviz and it's the C3X. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So there's two variants of this camera. This is the Wi-Fi version. Obviously you can see the antennas there, but there's also a power over Ethernet version which doesn't have the antennas. So let's have a brief look around the packaging. So coming over here at the side, we've got some details regarding the camera. Innovative dual lens image processing. So this is the first camera with dual lens on there, which means that one lens records the ambient brightness and the other one captures color information. So what it does, it merges the two images together to give a better picture quality on there. It's got AI technology built in, works on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, has a Siren and Strobe built into it, has a micro SD card for storage up to 256 gig, has color night vision in ultra low light, has high level video compression on there, two-way talk, dustproof and waterproof to IP67, secure cloud storage with this. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me briefly go through the items. You get a piece of paper indicating the camera only works on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, get a quick start guide which is multi-language, Ezviz Explore More, so showing other cameras they have, a template for drilling for installation purposes, a document highlighting exposure to radio frequency, bag full of fixtures, so raw plugs and screws, a seal for the Ethernet connector on the camera, power adapter, and that's a DC connection on there. Cable length on this is 1.37 meters. Output is 12 volts, 1 amp. You get an extension cable for the DC power, so you can extend the cable for power up to 5.3 meters in addition to the 1.37 you get with the power adapter. And next we have the camera. So in terms of design and style, very compact size to it. The cable on here is 33 centimeters in length. You've got two connectors on there, DC power and Ethernet on there. Construction of the camera itself is all metal. You've got two antennas either side, and in terms of flexibility, that way, and that's all you can do on there. Coming around the bottom, you can see the point where you can put the micro SD card in there. Hole for the microphone is there, speaker location is here. Coming around the side, you've got some branding, and obviously it can be adjusted for installation purposes. So build quality feels good, and you can see the dual lens just over here. I've taken the cover off on the bottom, and just to show, you got the micro SD card slot there, and it slots in like so. You can hear it clip in, and it looks like you've got a reset button just below here. Okay, so let's make a start at setting up this camera. So I'm at my Android phone, and in the Play Store, the app we're after is Ezviz. So I've already got it installed, so if I open it up, this is what you're initially presented with. I'll click the Add Device button, and we need to scan in the QR code located just over here. I've scanned in the QR code. This is what we're presented with. Now we need to plug in the camera. Camera's plugged in, so if I click device is powered on, click next to that, power on the device and wait until it starts up completely. The device is up and running for the first time, so I'll click that.
Ezviz App for device Wi-Fi configuration.
Okay, looking on the camera, you can see a blue light flashing away. So if I click over here now, needs permission to location services. It's just highlighting now, it should be fairly close to your router. And let me enter in my Wi-Fi password off camera. Let me click next. Just highlighting the fact that it can't work with 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Just click ignore to that.
Connecting to Wi-Fi. Please wait. Wi-Fi connected. Platform registration successful. Configuration complete. Welcome to Ezviz.
There you go, as simple as that to get added. Now the camera's added, this is how it's presented in the app. So if I click on it, go straight to the camera, you can see a live view. And now if I try moving the camera, there's no lag on here. Very impressive. Didn't expect that. Most cameras have at least a 1 second lag on them, but this is very impressive, the fact it doesn't have any. Now coming at the top, you can see the name of the camera. Then clicking over here, you've got the sharing option, you can share it with other people. Coming back from there, then you've got settings. Got the name of the camera here, so you can rename it there. Coming back, then you've got audio, you can disable audio. And this will mean no audio will be recorded and you won't hear any audio in live view. Status light, so there's a status light at the front of the camera. You can disable that. Alarm notifications, so going in here, if I enable that. So this is the AI side of things in terms of notifications. So you can see here, human shape detection, vehicle shape detection, and image change detection. So you can change it to your specific requirements. If you just wanted to capture vehicles, it can do that. And if you just wanted to capture human detection, that's possible as well. Looking below there, you can see detection marking. So if I turn that on, and what that will do, it will mark the targets in the video. Now looking below that, you've got notification schedule. So if I turn that on, set notification schedule, going in there, you can set a schedule of when you want to be notified for this. So for instance, if you only wanted notifications during the evening, you can do that. Or if you just wanted it during the daytime, that's possible as well. Clicking on there just to show start time, end time, and repeat on there. Back from there, back from there. You got motion notification area. So this is where you can change the area for notifications. So if I go in there, you can draw out a region. You can see for yourself. And this is the area which will support the alarm. So anything entering that, that's when you'll be notified. So coming back from there, draw detection area. So if I click on there, you can draw a shape and you can make amendments to it, to the size you want or the location you want. You can hit save to keep it or bin to bin it. Back from here, next you've got line crossing detection. So if I click on there, you've got the option to put a line on here, and you can see here, alarm when crossing from A to B, alarm when crossing from B to A, and alarm for both directions. So you could have someone walking across in a certain direction. Example would be leaving the house or entering the house. So if you had it at an angle, it could set it so only if people are entering, it will pick that up. If people are leaving, it won't detect that. Cool bit of functionality, not seen that before, so quite impressed by that. Back from here, motion detection sensitivity, coming in there, you can see a scale from 0 to 6, so 0 being off and 6 being the high sensitivity. Coming back from here, select mode, intense, intensive warning tone of intrusion, soft warning tone for intrusion, mute, and custom sound. So it's interesting, you can put your own sound in there. You could, for instance, put as a warning a dog barking. So if someone came up to the camera, as soon as it picks something up, you can have a dog barking away. Back from there, volume level on this as well. Now what's a shame is that you can't preview it directly from this. It'd be nice if I could just click on soft and it will play it, or intensive it could play it as well. But not the end of the world, but it would have been nice as a shortcut. Light flashing reminder, and what this will do, it will actually flash the strobe light on the front of the camera when a person or animal's detected. Coming back from here, and that's all the alarm notification side of things you've got. Coming back, then you've got smart PQ, and what this does is automatically adjust the brightness of the target area for better images, it says. So if I come in there, turn it on. Next you've got time zone, daylight saving time, date format, Wi-Fi configuration. Looking in here, you've got cloud play, you've got subscribe, and if I click on subscribe, see there's the costs involved in this, okay? But obviously you don't have to go for the cloud plan. You can just stick for the micro SD card in the camera, which is good. So you don't have to commit to anything like that. Back from there, looking down below, some more details regarding it. Back again, storage status. So you can see here, it says cloud storage in use only because it gives you a short trial on there. Memory card in use, only record for activities. If I click here, you can see the size of the card and you can reformat it there. Back again, all day is off. So if I turn that on, what that will do, that will continuously record. So if I enable that, so this is quite good. So it's like having a normal CCTV system where it's just constant recording, and obviously it will highlight the points where motion is detected. Back from here, device status, so that's a firmware version on there. Image encryption, change encryption password, advanced image settings going in there. So backlight mode, so this is to overexpose certain parts of the picture. So if I turn this on for a moment and we click between it, you can see the picture quality changes a little bit. Some parts become more overexposed, and there you go. You can tell quite dramatically there. So this is if you had a very dimly lit area and you wanted to brighten it up more, that's possible with this. Okay, let's turn that off for now. Then you've got original default image style, then you've got soft, lower color saturation and higher color saturation. So just clicking between them, very subtle changes between that. Back from there, down below, you can see user guide, about, and delete device. So that's all the setting options you have. Back from here, standard options available here, so you can see for yourself. You've got the stop button, you can stop the feed, click on play to start again, turn on the microphone so you can hear what's going on around the camera. If you had multiple cameras, if you click here, you can add them in so you can see them at the same time. High def, so you can lower the resolution on here as well. Just go for Ultra HD for a moment. Then you got full screen mode, clicking on there, flips back again, and then coming over here, you've got the alarm. So if I lift the camera up for a moment, there you go, you can see the strobe going off, and that's the siren noise, pretty loud. Then you've got the microphone for two-way audio, sounds good. Then you've got snapshot, you can take a snapshot of the picture. Record options, so you can record locally on your phone with this. Stopping that, and then coming below you got cloud play and video history. No videos are in cloud, and if I click on video history, and that's it, a good amount of functionality on this. So the only thing I can see that's lacking on here is a masked region. So if you had an area which, for example, was looking into your neighbor's garden and you didn't want that to be recorded, there's no option to mask off that area. Next, just to show the sound levels from the Siren on this. So I've got my sound level meter here. About 102 decibels on there, so really loud. I've not really seen a camera this small giving off such a loud siren before, so impressive. Next, just to show the brightness level of the strobe. So if I turn on the siren again, see for yourself, brightness level looks good. In terms of siren, this is the intense one. And now to test the soft one.
Secure area. Please leave as soon as possible.
So it's just a custom voice. Then you've got mute. So if I put my hand out, and what happens here, just the strobe goes off, flashing. Next, to show motion detection in action. So if I put my hand out for a moment, there you go, it's come through. If I drop this down, you can see the alert there. Motion detection alarm, clicking on that, there you go. And if I do a playback, so there you go, that's pretty good because it even caught the bit where I was talking just before it happened. So that's a good bit of functionality there. You can see over here, it's actually putting it on the cloud as well. So next, just to show performance over data. So if I turn off my Wi-Fi, give it a moment to connect to 4G. And now if we try out motion detection, put my hand out for a moment. There you go, motion detection's come through, click on there, playback. And there you go. Fast performance there. And if I come back again, go into the app, cancel on that and just stream the video now. And let's mute the microphone and let's try moving it. Literally instant. So even lag over data is minimal. I'd say maybe half a second there, if that. So impressive, works really well. So next, let me show the camera in action with both the Google Home Hub and the Echo Show. So on the app itself, if I go in there, just one thing to note, if I go to settings, scroll down, image encryption has to be turned off. So you can see there, I've turned it off. If it's on, it's just not going to work. Now coming out of that, going into the Google Home app, the service we're after here is the Ezviz service. So once that's set up, you've linked into the product. Now, as most of these cameras go, you can't see anything via the app. You have to go via the display here. So now, if I say, show garden camera.
All right, streaming the garden camera on living room display.
about 19 seconds to do that. So performance wise, it's rubbish, but it does work. And this is not a surprise, I've said it in other videos, with the Google Home product, it's always pretty bad. Now, to show the same functionality on the Echo Show, if we go to the Amazon app, the skill we're after is Ezviz, and same thing again, there's no options available. You've got to actually stream it onto a device with a screen. So it can even be streamed directly onto a Fire Stick, for instance. So now, if I say, show garden camera.
Okay.
It's about 7 seconds, so that's not too bad. Not as bad as the Google Home, but still reasonable in terms of performance. So this is where the camera gets a little bit more interesting. So I've enabled human or vehicle shape detection. So now, for instance, if I put a book in front of the camera, let's come back and I take this, just come into the field of view. You can see no alert, nothing happening. So that's good. But now, if I take my hand and put that in front of the camera, see the green square just come on for a second. So obviously it's analyzing what's happening there. Let's take it away. And there you go, human or vehicle detected. So clever functionality here. The fact it's worked out, human hand was in there and human activity there, but when I put the book, it couldn't pick that up. And what I'll do, I'll try walking in front of the camera next. You can see how it performs with person being picked up. And there you go, worked really well. Picked me up walking in front of the camera straight away. So the AI side of things works well.
Okay, so here's a sound test on the camera itself. So picking up my voice on the microphone. So I'm about 40 centimeters away from the camera, and now I'm going to walk to the end there, and that distance is about 60 to 70 feet. So just so you can see what the quality is like.
Now the camera's a 2 megapixel camera. Picture quality wise, it's not too bad. Close up, it's going to be really clear. In the distance, you may struggle a little bit just to see clearly. So keep that in mind. You can see it's fairly clear, but if, for instance, there was a face, you're trying to make that out in the distance, it wouldn't be as clear.
Now this is where the camera sticks out from others. Look, completely pitch black outside. I'll go onto my phone. It's like daylight. So if I now open my garden door, go into the garden, you can see for yourself, you're going out, completely pitch dark.
Now the footage in the top right hand corner, that's from the handheld camera I'm holding. So you can see for yourself, it's completely pitch black outside. You can barely see anything at all. It's performing really well under low light levels. But again, keep in mind, if you look in the distance, it's not extremely clear, but still it's sufficient to make out there's people there, etc. So it does work pretty well. And now on the walk back again, you can see face isn't as clear, but you can see there's someone there. And the closer you get, obviously the picture quality will be better. But for a night vision camera, it is really impressive.
Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this outdoor smart Wi-Fi camera. Very simple to set up and configure. Picture quality wise, it's 1080p, 25 frames per second on a 2 megapixel camera. Has dual lens on this, and I wasn't too sure what to expect with this, but blown away by the night vision quality on here. So if you have very low level light, it can give color picture quality like it's the daytime, which I was really surprised at. I didn't realize it would be that good. Daytime picture quality is good as well. It's got a nice wide angle for viewing, so you can get 106 degrees on there. The range in distance, they say it's up to 30 meters, and I think it's pretty good. Seeing at a distance, you can see reasonably well. Floodlight and siren on here, nice additional feature. So if you wanted to put a warning if someone came close to it, that works well. AI works really well, as you've seen. So you can even pick up body parts. So when I put my hand out in front of it, it picked up human activity, whereas when I put a book out in front of it, it didn't pick anything up. So I'm impressed how well that works. Also works with both the Google Home and the Echo Show products. Google Home, no surprise there. Performance is pretty poor. I've never seen a camera work that well with it. Echo Show is slightly better, getting about 7 seconds in lag on there, which isn't too bad, I guess. Two-way audio on this as well, so works well. The only negative point I can give about it is the fact there's nothing to enable you to mask out an area. But other than that, a really good camera, and blown away by the night vision on there. So there you go, I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. Stick around for the end cards to check out some more CCTV cameras. Hit the like button if you've liked this video, and drop me a comment to let me know what you thought of the camera. If you haven't liked it, drop me a comment, let me know why you didn't like it. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.